So here we are once again with another World of Warships replay. I am your host Bjorn, and today I have for you Megadeux in his Taiho. This is the Tier 9 Japanese aircraft carrier. Really wasn't interested in showing any more aircraft carrier replays, but this replay was actually this game was an excellent game, so I couldn't really deny showing another aircraft carrier replay. So here we go. He's going to send one of his fighters out. And he is with a teammate here. So there's a couple of his fighters out. Now we got some torpedo bombers. He's got a group of torpedo bombers here that are flying around looking for targets. Okay, so pilot here's got Megadeux here has a group of fighters engaging another group of fighters. Zeros are ripping them up pretty good. And there we go. There's a group of fighters shot down by his fighters. He's having his fighters engage these torpedo bombers. And there's a group of torpedo bombers down. And they're actually engaging another group of torpedo bombers here. And they ripped them up pretty good. But his group is out of ammo and they need to return to base. Oh, this isn't gonna be pretty. Wait, what's he doing with these torpedo bombers? Okay, the enemy team just had captured a point. There's a destroyer. Oh, this group of bombers, torpedo bombers, taking a flight or taking damage here. Oh, look at all those torpedoes. Yeah, this destroyer's about to have a bad day. Oh, are they going to hit? Are they going to hit? Oh, it doesn't seem like it. It's got a group of fighters here engaging some dive bombers. That's a whole lot of fighters that Megadeux has been able to shoot down. Got some fighter on fighter action here going quickly. Well, enemy torpedo bombers are going after this battleship. This is not going to end well for this friendly battleship. Ooh, there's a couple good hits on the enemy battleship. Total of 7 torpedo hits. And that battleship is definitely feeling it. So far, right now, Megadeux' team is actually falling behind here. They're actually behind 3 kills to 1, let alone it's only a destroyer kill that his team has gotten so far. There's a torpedo bomber hit. Or sorry, that was a dive bomber hit. My mistake. Megadeux is doing a pretty good job here keeping the enemy aircraft away the best he can. And he's been able to use some of his ordnance groups to deal damage to enemy ships, but he hasn't been extremely effective at that so far.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Right now, he's got all or most of his groups returning back to his carrier to get rearmed and resupplied, so he can get them back out there for more flight sorties.
All stations concentrate fire on the target.
He's got some more. We just shot down some more planes here. There we go. Got a fighter group working down this dive bomber group. Got rid of that group. This fighter group's moving on another one. Okay, here we go. Torpedo bomber's going after the battleship. Torpedoes are away. Ooh, this is going to leave a mark. He pretty much just took just about every torpedo there. So 6 torpedo hits. And obviously his torpedo groups are returning back to the carrier to be re-equipped. And here comes dive bomber groups now. Okay, this dive bomber group's getting ready to engage this battleship. There we go. There's some dive bomber hits on the battleship. There's some more coming. Is he calling them off? And his team is right now holding the lead. Although they're about equal kills. Well, actually, Megadeux' team is actually falling behind in points and kill-wise. As you see here, Megadeux is actually starting to pull his carrier away, which is definitely important right now, because right now it seems like he's one of the more effective players on this team, if not possibly the most effective player on his team at this moment. Here we go. He's got his torpedo bombers back out. They're going to close in on this destroyer. Oh, there's a destroyer there. He just fired off his torpedoes. Oh, and a devastating strike. Completely sunk the enemy ship. Now he's quickly working on getting his torpedo bombers reloaded and back out in the field, back out looking for more ships. Right now his team is kind of holding their own, but they are in a bad situation here, as the enemy team actually holds 2/3 of the map, and they just keep pushing across the map. They just lost a battleship, and actually the other two of their battleships is close to being surrounded. Megadeux is sending out his dive bombers, did some damage there with his dive bombers. He's got torpedo bombers getting ready to get in some action here. There's torpedoes away against the battleship. There's 2 torpedo hits. They're going. Now he's got 1 bomber going after this cruiser here. Other torpedo bomber going back after the battleship, and he just got himself a high caliber. So the 2 battleships here just took some hard hits, and he just got himself another medal. And obviously he's having all of his ordnance planes returned to be reloaded and sent back out in force.
I need help. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Now his team keeps to seem to be clinching the points. Even if they fall behind short term, they seem to gain back. However, his team is still losing map control, as obviously the enemy team here holds 2/3 of the map. There's a ship destroyed. He actually sunk a battleship and just earned himself a liquidator. Okay, here's the other enemy battleship. He's going to send his dive bomber in first, possibly. There's a hit with the dive bombers. Here comes a group of torpedo bombers. Ooh, he's close. Up, got 2 hits. Oh, there's the enemy carrier. Okay, it looks like he's got two of his torpedo bombers getting ready to focus on this cruiser. And the cruiser's just sitting still. I mean, it's just, or sorry, this carrier just sitting still. He's going to be a fish in the water, even if he turn on his engines now. All right, there's just two groups of torpedoes out in the water. Oh, these are going to be some hard hits. Yeah, he hit with pretty much everything there, or just about everything. And there's another devastating strike. And actually, he just sunk the enemy carrier. Megadeux is returning, getting his planes back to base to get rearmed again. He still has a group of torpedo bombers out there, any group of dive bombers. Close in on this battleship. I'm not sure if he's really going to get any hits here. Nope. Okay, his dive bombers are closing in. And it looks like his dive bombers also missed. Very unfortunate. Cruiser's going to get away. Oh, and he just lost a group of dive bombers. He's out of dive bombers. He's waiting for. He's got one group of torpedo bombers returning to the base. He's got another group preparing to launch. This is definitely the very end of the game. This is where the chips are down. He's got his torpedo bombers going back out. And right now they're keeping this cruiser spotted. Well, that's his fighters are keeping the cruiser spotted anyway. Okay, here comes his torpedo bombers. The points are very close. The kills are very close. Oh, he's got to intercept this guy. First group of torpedoes out. Second group of torpedoes out. Oh, this doesn't look good. Doesn't look like the shots were lined up very well. Got two. Oh, and he got himself a Confederate and another devastating strike. And he just sunk himself another cruiser. Okay, he's got his last group of torpedo planes out. He's out of dive bombers, unfortunately. But at least it's just this one lonely cruiser at this point. His team is capping the middle point again. So they are starting to take control of the map again now. Getting ready to send in his torpedo planes. Getting a right angle. There we go. Torpedoes away. Ooh, is he going to get a hit? Oh, he got a hit. Unfortunately, he's not going to get any additional hits. But that last final enemy cruiser is definitely going to be feeling that. And it looks like this game's going to run out of time. Very even match. And that's the end of the game. Let's get a good look at those results here. So there's the victory. He done over 400k total damage. Pretty good. Quite a heck of a lot of torpedo hits. Shot down a lot of planes. He definitely took time to make the enemy aircraft carrier irrelevant as early as possible. It may not have helped his team early in the game, but it definitely helped him with the late game, and it definitely probably won the game overall because he definitely made sure he kept the enemy aircraft carriers, planes pretty well useless, which took him out of the game. He got 4 ships sunk, caused a heck of a lot of flooding, set up fires, the whole 9 yards, and he got himself quite a few medals there. Yeah, I'm pretty safe to say that he's the top guy overall. I'd like to see someone try to argue that for this match. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this aircraft carrier replay for World of Warships, and I will see you next time.